O my children, O my children, my precious children, the world around, I, Mary, come on this sacred day, first to bless you, to caress you with light, and then to dress you in spiritual garments of light and fire and beingness, in order that you may proceed upward on your path of light, to be one with God fully. The purpose of prayer is to bring all unto the heart of God. And prayers that are more effective, dearest ones, are those that are spoken fully from the heart, wherein you feel God's glory around you, God's light inside of you, God's love and beingness refreshing your spirit, so that that which proceeds from your mouth as an acceptable offering unto God may then inspire all of the greater blessings that may be bestowed upon life and upon those in need. Yes, you pray for others, you pray for the earth and many situations around the earth. You pray for the unborn children and their mothers-to-be. You pray for your nations and her peoples. You pray for the awakening of those who have been asleep to God and who know not their source. All of these prayers God feels and hears with great intent and love for you. And then, in response, God sends the angels to compel all higher, to inspire many to reach upward and inward, to know the light again, to comfort those in despair and those who have been forsaken by their brothers and sisters upon earth, and to bring peace among all peoples and nations, all cultures and races. Those who have given the rosary faithfully have received many blessings from my Immaculate Heart over the ages. Those who have prayed with great fire in their hearts have helped, through the intercession of heaven, to avert many calamities, many wars, many distresses throughout the nations. And yet, the need for prayer in this hour is greater than ever before, because of the dynamic of that which is occurring throughout the nations, where more and more are turning away from the mooring of their soul in God. And so these prayers offered lovingly from you, dearest hearts, we often use to awaken and to inspire many to turn back to first principles of divine love, brother sisterhood, compassion toward all, and that inner knowingness through faith that God is front and center and present in all lives who believe on the Lord, and give obeisance to the sacred word spoken by the All-Beloved. On this feast day of my appearance in Fatima 100 years ago, I use this opportunity to instill a greater awareness within the hearts and minds and souls of prayer warriors throughout the world, so that that which they engage in may be even more powerful in terms of what those prayers can do to bring about intercession in the lives of many. In a sense, dearest ones, all of you are lieutenants and majors and colonels and even generals in my blue army of light, the worldwide. And when you are engaged in this holy battle of Armageddon through righteous prayer, self-sacrifice, and givingness of the totality of your being, there is a divine alchemy that manifests, whereby the afflatus of the Holy Spirit comes to empower you again and again, through your voice, through the fire within your heart, and the sacred breath that you breathe in and out, for more of that grace from heaven to manifest than ever before. Yes, it is possible to have planetary peace, my beloved children, yet many more must be engaged in the prayer services, in the masses, and in the devotions throughout the world, no matter what religion they are engaged in, no matter what belief system they have accepted in their lives, so long as their faith is strong, so long as they have surrendered to God's will within their lives, so long as they put love first and foremost within their lives as the virtue, the God quality that must be manifest in every situation and unto all peoples, then miracles may ensue. More glorious manifestations of light may occur, and I may even come to appear here and there around the world, for many more to consider this calling, yes, this holy mission of light to save the earth and raise all beings within it. How may I inspire you today to make greater progress? It is simply that as you go about your business, that a portion of your selfhood is always affixed within the radiance of God's heart. Yes, when you are heart-centered within your true self, dearest ones, God is there, manifesting through your auric field, and many divine quintessences empower you in so many mystical ways to give of that love, of that fire, through your words of comfort, through your eyes of joy, through your smile of oneness to all. It is often in the little things that the greatest light and love is shared. Those tiny comforts that you provide to others, even to animals and plants, the air, the sky, the wind around you. It is in those moments of connectedness when you feel that love billowing up inside of you for God and for all mankind, that we may use the ambience of that love in order to provide comfort in far and wide reaches of this planet, where it seems that all has been lost, and yet there is still hope, because we, the Archaea, are there, working behind the scenes to save every individual and their souls upon this earth. Raphael and I, and the Mothers of Heaven, are gratified that you, next year, will return to Fatima and Lourdes, and possibly pilgrimage to Garabandal and other sacred sites in southwestern Europe. I can truly say, dearest ones, that this will be an opportunity for many, first to get to know me better, and then to bask in the light of all of the archangels, all of the Archaea, who will suffuse their presence around you, who will manifest their light through you, who will breathe God's essences right within the center of your being, so that you may in turn bless others with this radiance, this joy, this light energy. Please, dearest ones, consider making your preparations, your plans, and saving your money to come to be with the devotees of Spain, who will host this great event, as well as the Second International Congress of the Heart Center Movement and Activity. Yes, it will be a grand day of sharing and of bearing more on behalf of mankind within your hearts, as you raise up your voices and sing, as you share the totality of your being as one already with us. And as you walk here and there and anchor light physically within the earth and in every environment that you tend to lovingly, your hearts giving praise to the one eternal God, Archangel Michael will come with a magnificence of fire that all will never forget, dearest hearts, for he is intent on saving many, many more souls around the world. And I can tell you that your songs and prayers to him have been magnificent in the way of carving out even down deep into the astral plane to save some who have been caught there for decades and centuries. And lest any think that your prayers are not working, let me tell you from my heart this day that they do work, and that we rely upon every erg of energy that you employ within your prayers, and that every effort that you make to be there at your sacred services, to align yourselves with the light within them, and to harmonize your hearts, your spirits, with each other in total and perfect synchronicity and symmetry, provides a pure vehicle for what you desire to manifest to be so in the world of form. We know that there have at times been little skirmishes among you in terms of the idiosyncrasies of your personalities that do not always mesh and gel perfectly. Yet, dearest ones, put aside the little things, the annoyances, the distractions, and engage in the greater work of spirit. For in this you will fulfill your vows, your destiny and reach upward higher and higher as you aspire to know God in God's infinitude and greatness. When you put aside all division, first within yourself, and then as at times it is expressed to one another in little moments of disconnectedness, then a greater energy field may be built and restored, nation by nation, people by people, for the victory of the light worldwide. You see, the testings often come in the little things where you react here and there to one another. Therefore, put aside those reactions, dearest ones, for a season, and see how much greater joy you will know in your life, how much greater love, and be engaged in your work one with another. And lest any think that they are immune to these energies or these initiations, let me say that all of you at times can be more expressive of true divine love in your affairs and your interactions. Be at peace within yourself and emanate that peace to all through the harmony of your solar plexus, through the joy of your inner being, through the light within your smile and eyes. This is the life of the initiate, the disciple of God. To be, though humanly imperfect, perfect in love toward all. To be, though aware of all that is worldly in nature around you, yet simultaneously also aware of the perfection of beingness in God within your divine selfhood. Oh, precious hearts, I would woo you ever to my heart, to comfort you again and again when you experience the travails of life, the machinations of the dark ones, who attempt to thwart your every effort to distill the light within this world and to manifest it in all manner of alchemical works, projects, and initiatives. One prayer that you may consider is simply that, within everything that you do, let God be present. Let God take care. Let God be the answer. And when you surrender to God in everything, then truly we are there to propel you forward, to compel you unto your highest expression of divine selfhood, and to repel the forces that assail you night and day, day and night. Yes, you know the age-old story that the devil and his henchmen are ever attempting to dispel the light and to entrap initiates through the initiations that they must undergo into a web of deceit and darkness, so that they do not make that progress in order to succeed on the path and virtuously win their ascension in the light. We have our classes, though, to teach you all the schemes and elements at play within their strategies. And we also provide our strategies, dearest ones, that far outshine the darkness that they attempt to utilize. Therefore, rely on the Divine Director to give you what you require in terms of support and that wisdom teaching that when appropriated conscientiously will move you forward and drive you into that which is sublime, real, and pure. Yes, the Divine Director will direct your lives if you will include Him in your prayers, in your vigils, with great effort and focus. He is at the helm, even leading the Master Saint Germain and his beloved Portia in their efforts to secure peace upon earth for the golden crystal age of Aquarius. And the magnificence of this great Master is such that every Chohan bows to him and seeks his guidance and the wisdom of God within it. If the Chohans do this, then, dearest ones, would you also consider doing it each day? As you begin your day, consecrate it, dedicate it to God, and then allow the heavenly host to work through you magically to perform their alchemies of spirit through your will, wisdom, and love. If you do this, I tell you that you will truly be blessed beyond belief in the faith of oneness in God. You will be directed in all your ways. You will be succored through all your trials. You will be comforted when things get tough and it seems as if you can hardly move one foot forward and the next step on the path because of the weight you feel in your temple and the darkness that has beset you. In a higher sense, all of this is unreal, and yet you experience it within this plane of being. And yet, all can be accentuated with light and restored to the oneness state of perfection, to the mind tethered to the universal Buddha mind, to the heart beating in unison with God's, to the will trued with that fiery and steely focus to God's eternal will. I, Mary, am with you through thick and thin, dearest ones, and through your rosaries and your prayers to me as well as to my sisters of light and all of the archangels of the 12 rays. We are literally always working for you and for God in this cooperative endeavor of planetary salvation. If you could see how we are engaged in answer to prayer, you would be amazed, dearest ones, as simultaneously our light energies are reflected and refracted throughout the world in many places to dispel darkness and to save a soul here or there. And I tell you a mystical truth this day, that because of your prayers, a part of your essence is with us as we answer your prayers. A part of your spirit is engaged with us as we engage within the alchemical works of God, save, to heal, to raise souls throughout this world. Yes, you do go with us, And as you say, I am standing now with Michael, I am soaring now with Michael, it is true, dearest ones, that you are, in your soul essence, in your divine spirit, there, next to the great Captain of the hosts of the Lord. This is the greatest joy that a human being, a soul, can experience, to in a sense be one with us as we fan our flames throughout the world to bring all back to the heart of God through love. Therefore pray unceasingly. Pray as if all depended on you, although you know that God is the answer to every prayer. Now I would provide a blessing unto each and every one of you who are hearing this message live, or who will hear it or see it in the future. May the spirit of oneness be upon you this day. May the spirit of holiness perfuse itself through your being. May the spirit of every grace take hold of you and refine you until you are fully refined in spirit, refreshed in joy, transmuted into the divine being who you already are in higher echelons of spiritual light. Yes, this blessing is yours to receive, to bask in, and then to share with one another daily for the victory of all life, the victory of all beings, the victory of the earth itself, to be Freedom's star, to be a planet of love again. I am your Mary, wooing you to the streams of love from my heart that flow continuously to touch the souls of my children. Oh, my children, oh, my children, oh, my children, awaken and return to oneness, to love, to God. I thank you. Mother Mary is requesting that we have a preliminary plan for next year's pilgrimage by our summer conference. So that gives us about a month. We have some initial ideas and recommendations. So this is the highest priority for our international heart friends and the work that you collectively are doing once a month on Saturdays as you meet, and to prepare for next year's International Congress as a part of it. So we have to really get on the stick, so to speak, and work assiduously for this, because in some cases it may take 9 to 12 months to secure the proper venues that the masters desire to use, and to allow everyone the time to know the timing of the pilgrimage, what time of year it will be, etc. So this is so important, and I've already shared a couple times with the Heart Friends in Spain that the Masters are waiting for your ideas and recommendations. I have not heard anything yet. And so Mother Mary is concerned about this and would like to hear as soon as possible at least the beginnings of it, and then to have a plan, a really solid plan, in time for a summer conference. So thank you so much, Ralph, and all the Heart Friends who shared your wonderful prayers and your singing today. I love you all. I send you heart streams of love from Mona and me. Mona is in Alaska with her mother, Jean Saunders, who is nearing her transition. And so please pray for Mona. She's been gone for about 11 days now, and I don't know when she will return, and I may have to go to Alaska very soon myself if her mother does pass. Yet I am still pledged to be on time to go to Sweden with Boyd, leaving on the 23rd, I believe, in about 10 days. So pray for God's will for beloved Jean Olivia Saunders, who turns 90 in August or September, I believe. I don't know if she'll make it to that time, but we shall see. God bless you, and thank you all. Bye-bye.